Installing an Adventure King 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter into your vehicle is super easy, and it means you can convert your vehicle's 12 volt DC power system into 240 volt AC power, just like your sockets at home. Plus, being pure sine wave, it's perfect for any of those sensitive electronics as it offers really smooth, reliable power delivery. The 3000 watt inverter comes with a positive and negative cable, plus the nuts and bolts to connect both of them to the heavy duty inverter terminals. You'll also need some basic tools to install the unit and some way of actually mounting the inverter. I also recommend that you run at least a 250 amp fuse or circuit breaker, and you could use a 300 amp circuit breaker if you're intending to use your inverter at its upper limit. Now, if you're adding a fuse, you'll either need to cut the included wiring and add terminals to fit the fuse holder or circuit breaker, or you'll need to add an extra piece of wiring to connect it all up. So you might also need some 12 volt tools as well. Now, the first step is to actually mount the unit down. And of course, every vehicle and setup is going to be different, but there are these 4 mounting blocks on the underside of the inverter that are designed so you can either bolt or screw it down. That makes it really easy. So just position it where you want it, mark it out, and drill your holes. The great part about these slotted mounts is that you can slide in one side first, position it, then mount down the other side. All right, that looks really good. It's nice and solidly mounted. Now, the easy part, the wiring. So I've got my black negative wire here, and that needs to run from the earth terminal of the inverter into my battery, which is underneath here. Then with the positive, I'm gonna add my fuse holder, but leave the fuse out until the final step. So the first thing you need to do, grab your earth and make sure you slide this protective cover on. Loosen off the included nut and bolt, and then mount that earth cable straight to the terminal, making sure you've checked it is marked negative. You'll need a 17mm socket or spanner to tighten them up. Refit that protective cover, then mount the other end to the negative terminal of your battery. Now that the negative wire is fully installed, we can focus on the positive wire. If you are using a fuse and fuse holder or circuit breaker, make sure you've left your fuse out or your circuit breaker open until the very last step. Following the same process as the negative wire, first of all, connect your positive wire to the inverter, ensuring you add that protective cap. Now you can connect the positive wire to the positive terminal of the battery. And because there's no fuse in the circuit, it's not live. But once everything's tightened down and you're happy, you can add your fuse. I've added a cable tie as well, just to make sure this doesn't come loose and short out. Well, there you go. That's how easy it is to install your Adventure King's 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter into your vehicle. And it now means you've not only got 12 volt power, but you've got 240 volt AC, just like your power points at home, which means you can run all the luxuries from home wherever you are. Now, it's a great idea if you're using your inverter to run power-hungry appliances like induction cookers or coffee machines, or you want to run those power-hungry tools, then run your vehicle while you're using it to allow your DC-DC charger or dual battery system to keep your battery charged up so the voltage doesn't drop too low. If you want to run your inverter to charge things like laptops, iPads or drone batteries, if you're only doing it for a couple of hours, you don't need to run your vehicle, although it is a good idea. Otherwise, solar is a great option as it gives you enough power to offset what's being used as well as charge your battery. The Adventure King's 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter is so easy to install and lets you run all your luxuries from home wherever you are. You can't beat that.